Compensation may be on the way. Well, it is on the way. Kabam said that. We're going to look over that right now. But yeah, compensation, Alliance Wars in general. As you know, it's been a bit of a weird time for Alliance Wars. This season has certainly been a weird season, a janky season for some alliances. In other cases, it's been a relatively okay season with many alliances making gains. But of course, there's been the pitfalls and problems of various different situations. I mean, to give a good example, the placement bug. That's something that we've covered on the channel. An alliance reached out and said about this issue where they were put up to a new type of map that they weren't meant to be put up to. They were also matched against an alliance, which theoretically that shouldn't have happened in any kind of shape or form. Kabam's support hasn't been good enough in order to deal with situations of, look, I have issue, what do I do? Kabam support, not sure. And also we've heard of other issues when it comes to Kabam working behind the scenes in areas where maybe that the effect could have been better if Kabam said, for this month, this season, looking to make changes, so we're going to just delay the off season to about X time. Some people may have liked that if Kabam did it, but here's the thing. We've got bugs, and those bugs are now being addressed. I mean, a good example, we've been covering this particular situation where Kabam have tried to fix something. It just hasn't worked, and compensation does need to be due. We now flash forward to today, and we've had an update from Kabam who said, addressing the state of Alliance Wars, changes and comp plan. Comp being compensation. So they say that we know the current Alliance War season has encountered a number of bugs and growing pains, and we acknowledge that the game mode... Oh, and I forgot, when it started off, we also had that meta where it was just like, no bueno. It wasn't a good meta that Kabam put together for us. And of course, we all said, look, it's got to be changed. And of course, it was changed. It's a little bit more copable than it is right now. But of course, frustrations are where frustrations are. In its state, it's not an acceptable level of quality by the game team or the community standards. Today, we want to update you on the progress of a number of bug fixes. Additionally, our team have decided to make a number of changes to alleviate the current stresses and to compensate for those frustrations in a season this far. I also want to point out this is good because this is the level of communication and transparency that we haven't seen in a little while. It's always very debatable, I think, with Kabam, like how they see the level of communication that they do. For the last, I'd say before this week, maybe just a little bit at the end of last week, it got better with the communication. If you say, no, it didn't, well, I've seen people more active. Kabam Crash has been more active, I think, since he's come back from holiday. Some of the other game team are responding back to stuff. We get an idea of what's happening with bugs. But it's maybe some things, again, as said back a little while ago, I might have even kind of put it in an MCN where I was like, cat amongst the pigeons. Someone's put a rod up somebody's backside to say, look, we need to do a bit more communication. The Trello board's been a bit more active with giving information. So it's good to see that level of kind of like communication is, I want to say back, but I'll use that term lightly, back. Kabam go further to say there will be more information on these points further down the post, but the list of changes are as follows. Adjusting attack and defense tactic tuning. Adjusting attack. Okay, so they've got to tune that. Increasing points for diversity. That is something, whether or not your alliance is a diversity type alliance, wars, defensive structure, this will either be beneficial to you because you're doing exactly what you should do, or it's a dangerous game in some respects, but it's not in others. Some alliances don't go for diversity at all and pay the price. They may get some advantages here and there when it comes to, I don't know, deaths versus attack bonus, but from the best part, like, having a good strong diversity has helped out and helps out more than 9 times out of 10. Reducing number of wars required for season rule eligibility to 1. That's really good. I see a lot of time people are so, disappointed that there may be situations they've been kicked from alliances. There may be situations where they're just joining an alliance, and this placement bug is a good example of where situations like this arise and somebody joins an alliance or because they have to fill in a spot. We've had something like last month, somebody in our alliance, their mum died, and it's like it's that's really tough. Tough for the person. I mean, that's the first and foremost the person. But then it's like, look, at that stage, okay, well, you can't help out, or with the war. And they may have been like, oh, I'll leave. And then it's like, okay, well, we can't go on with 29 or 28 or whatever. We need to fill the spot, or an alliance collapses as a result. I'm not, that's when, there needs to be something there to bring someone on board. Well, they don't miss out on rewards. Compensating alliances that missed wars due to matchmaking errors. That's really good. That's... lots of disappointment I've seen. There's plenty of threads when you kind of see on the forums that people have missed out. And this is a great opportunity as well to kind of get at least something back. Because that's the thing. You won't be able to be competitive with the season if you're not getting anything. General compensation for all summoners based on Alliance War tier. And what that will be, I don't know what that kind of really means. Because, that could mean something, that could mean nothing to people. You look at White Mummy and New Nation and what they went through. You look at SGA and their alliance and what they've been through recently. So, like, will this be representative of that particular compensation that they have lost out on? Will it be affecting them? Or will it be helping them? Will it not? That we don't know. We need to kind of figure out, I think, from Kaban what that is exactly. We're aware of discomfort caused by the meta in its current state. As a result, we'll be making the following changes effective immediately. Oh, interesting. Defensive tactic changes. Indestructible timer duration adjusted from 5, 10, 15 to 10, 15, 20. Stacking limit adjusted from 3, 5, 7, 3, 4, 5. Cool. Attack tactic changes. Each prowess lowers ability power rate by 20%, capped at 100%. Killmonger's indestructible charges no longer consume the attack tactics prowess. Interesting. So let's move on now to the important stuff. So changes to diversity scoring, combination of tactics, and the recent wave of difficult defenders has resulted in many alliances relying on multiples of the same defender. This obviously was an unintended behaviour, and as a result, we will be changing the defender diversity from 30 to 270 points for this and next season to incentivize alliances to place different champions, and as a result, reduce frustrating paths for attacking alliances. Okay, cool. That can be fine. It's just going to be a case of, like, how is this going to work? Is this going to work out better than expected? Is it not? As I always say, the proof is in the pudding. We have to go and test this out ourselves to know that this will make a difference, because it could work, it could not. We are but the beta testers. Change to the rewards eligibility due to bugs caused matchmaking errors, resulting in lower number of potential matches. We are reducing the required participation from 5 matches and down to 1, effective immediately. Again, great. We go over this so much when it comes to over the last couple of months for SGA and other members of other alliances as well, because it's been really bad. Alliances that missed war due to matchmaking errors will receive full per win rewards and points for all missed wars. Note, we will not be compensating and or adjusting the win rate. War rating. That's good. Again, this is like points side of things. It's like I think this could come under a bit of scrutiny from players as to whether or not this kind of gives too much of an advantage to just missing out. You kind of feel in that case, you kind of leapfrog a little bit, possibly. Again, this is stuff that is helpful, but could result in, like, I don't know, if an alliance missing out on a rank. If they missed out on a rank, they didn't go up because someone else got kind of like a grace buy and kind of like got, shoved up. But we'll have to see. General comp will be sending Alliance Wars compensation to all alliances. The package will scale depending on Alliance War tier. expect this compensation to happen at the conclusion of the season. So extra rewards. What will this be? Again, don't know. We'll have to see when it concludes. What kind of compensation will it be? Spicy? Will it not? Will it be 7-star shards? Will it be 6-star shards for some alliances? Will it be potions? Will it be revives, potions? What will it be? We just don't know. Bug tracking and fixed status. This is good. This is good. Kabam says some alliances are encountering enlistment issues. The fix is live at the moment, so that's good. That hopefully will sort out some. Alliances who fail to match up do not receive a buy. Fix in progress. And summoners who are unable to join alliances, alliance wars after joining a new alliance. Fix confirmed for April build. Okay, that's good. This hopefully addresses 90% of the issues that Alliance Wars has had in the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and the season in general. So yeah, this is good news, positive for the community. We'll have to see. As I said, the proof is always in the pudding. We'll have to see once we try it, once we taste it. Does it taste good or does it taste really bad? There's a lot of things to kind of be happy and positive about. Some compensation is coming to your inboxes. Some improvements to the people who have had those issues. And of course, for those that have kind of like suffered for our sins, so to speak, we can now know to prepare for things. As I said, one of the biggest takeaways was that we would have to make sure if you were you didn't know that you go up into a new a new map, unexpectedly, and went against a high alliance, then you've got to prepare your teams for that particular map. The same token when it comes to look, if the new people join alliances, it's always been that issue that in the last couple of months that if you join, you are not. Well, there may be a chance you may not be able to get into Alliance War because you're blanked out for some reason. Ipso facto, the SGA Alliance issue. But there you go. That's been a video. What are your thoughts on the matter? Put it in the comments. Check out some other content which is located on screen. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.